My name is Michael Abdallah. I'm the Assistant Athletic Director for Strategic Communications at St. Olaf, and I'm joined by Head Volleyball Coach Emily Foster to talk Ole Volleyball. Emily, thanks for taking a few minutes to join us.
You got it.
So it's been easy to focus this fall on what we haven't been able to do down in athletics, but instead I'd like to focus on what the team has been able to do. So just fill us in on what the volleyball team has been doing over the last couple months.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's very important that we are focused on what we do have, and we're very, as a team, grateful for every time that we can be together, whether it's virtual or in person or anything. So that's something that we hold close to our hearts as well, and the focus on what do we have and what joy sports is bringing to our lives right now. But what we've been doing, obviously, we've been able to practice. So in the beginning we were in pods, and now we're in full team practices. So that has been super fun and super competitive. We have a lot of talented players. So it's really been awesome to be able to be in the gym together. So in addition to that, we've been doing some positional practices. We've been doing some like we call it tutor work with specific groups, trying to get creative, use the gym space, use our pods as much as we can. We've been utilizing film as a learning resource for the student athletes. So we film practices. We've been filming some of the tutors. So that has been something that's helpful. They've been lifting once a week with Charlie, and then once a week on their own. And then we've been doing a variety of like off-court activities. So I know I talk a lot about our team focus on the mental side of the game. So we do Strengths Finder. We've been doing some other, like, I call them mind gym activities, but a lot of stuff like that. We have been having a lot of discussion with social justice issues on campus and off campus. That's kind of been started for a while, but we've just been continuing that. And we've had a group on our team formed called the Social Justice Initiative. So they lead some of those conversations and I lead some of them, and it's been cool in that way. And then some more low-key type of team bonding activities. So we did like team tie-dye. We all tie-dyed our t-shirts. We do yoga virtually. So we do on Sunday nights team yoga. So we've just been trying to get creative, but it's been really fun, and it's always good to remember to be grateful for the joy that sports brings to our life.
And it's not always easy to wear a mask just in regular life, but it's probably not easy to practice in them either. And just talk about the adjustments that the teams had to make and how their attitude has been through adapting to new things this fall.
We're the same team that we've always been. Like we practice, a big part of our program is that we have really competitive practices. So we do a lot of scrimmage type setting. And so I was kind of worried about it. Like, are they going to be able to do this in masks? But we're the same team. Like, walk by the gym when we're practicing, we're screaming. I'm like sweating on my knees, screaming. They're doing the same. Obviously, they are. Occasionally I just have to stop a few more times and give them a breather, but like, it's the same team. We talk about like the pandemic, COVID, it might change our experience, but it hasn't changed the mission of our program. So the mission of our program is continuous improvement, be inspiring, and together we will rise. So continuous improvement is kind of like growth mindset versus fixed mindset, always trying to get better. And they have been holding strong to that. Be inspiring to each other inside the gym, outside the gym, and be inspiring to others around us. And then together we will rise is kind of just like a team family type statement in our mission. But I think that in practice and outside of practice, our team is still holds strong to our mission, and that's something I'm really proud of. So while it's maybe it affected our like the timeline of our experience here, our mission has remained the same. And yeah, whatever mask they're just pumped to be there. They just want to win the drill. Like you wouldn't even notice there's masks on. You'll just notice who is winning and who's losing. Like they're just practice is the best part of our day, unless maybe you lose the drill and then you're a little crabby. But yeah, we're there to lift each other up. It's fun. We're the same team.
Then moving away from volleyball a little bit, the All Oles Vote campaign was something the department took on, and it started with the volleyball team kind of issuing a challenge to the other teams to make that a priority. What made your team want to kind of take the bull by the horns on that campaign?
So like I said, social justice conversations has been a part of our program for years, but it was kind of elevated this summer in response to George Floyd and the events surrounding that. So we had more frequent and more in-depth conversations this summer. And in one of those conversations, we talked about like tangible ways to make, when it feels like overwhelming, I want to help, what are actual tangible things that we can do? And one of those things was making sure our voice is heard. So we took a pact in that meeting this summer to all like promise to vote in the election. So it started this summer, I guess. And then, I don't remember exactly when I saw it, but the AVCA, which is the governing body of volleyball, they had a campaign of 100% registered on your team. So I was like, well, we're going to do that because we're all voting anyway. We took this pact, so we might as well do 100% registration. And then I think in a conversation with Ryan, I was telling him about that. And then we were like, why don't we make this an all athletics wide thing? And it just like kind of spiraled into the challenge. And I think that's great. The more people using their voice, the better. And athletes, non-athletes, if we can inspire people to use their voices and vote in such an important election, that's amazing. So happy to be there, but it kind of just happened naturally starting this summer when we took that team pact to all vote.
All right, those are the questions we had for you this morning. Thanks, Emily, for taking some time to do this, and have a good rest of the day.